Triple B Hot Takes. Welcome, welcome.
Happy NFL Week 5 Sunday. I'm Triple B, and this is Triple B's Hot Takes. I am joined by the myth, the man, the legend, who's worked a lot of overtime in his life, Roy. Come on down. Woohoo! Hey! Happy Sunday! Just a good tune.
Oh, what a great tune. Great guy. I like this guy a lot.
Hey, you can come in a little bit.
Yeah, I'll scoot in there a little bit. Out of sorts here this morning. Big Badger Day yesterday.
It was big.
Big party with our neighbors, the Willards. Shout out. Thank you again.
That was great.
It was a great day. A lot of fun.
Awesome.
Badgers actually pulled it off.
They did.
We'll see where we end up.
Well, it's Sunday, which
It
means
is a
NFL
Sunday.
is happening, and
A lot
we
of
got
good
some
games
good picks.
on. A lot of good games on.
We got some good picks. Let's get right into it. Let's get sweaty. Week 5 NFL Sunday, Triple B Hot Takes. I'm Triple B. That's Roy. Here we go.
Quick shout out, forgot to mention, we're
Oh, yeah.
wearing our Gibraltar Rock Cattle Company
Cattle
gear
Co.
today.
His
Shout
is better
out
than mine, but
Brian
that's okay.
Gasser.
Yeah, custom, not custom, custom, not custom, custom, not custom, custom, not custom.
Think he's a little salty
Custom,
about that?
not custom.
I don't know.
Brian, when you watch this, custom, not custom, custom, not custom.
Love you, BG. Thanks.
Not custom, custom.
That'd be
Custom,
not custom.
not custom. Basic, if you will. Still a great sweatshirt. I love you, BG. Okay, here we go. My top QB. He's expensive, but if you can afford him, play him. Patty Mahomes going against Minnesota
Hard to
Vikings. Minnesota allows a lot of passing. That's going to be a high-scoring game. Patty Mahomes, though, my QB1 this week. My risk and my also sleeper of the week. He is only 5,600 in DraftKings, and I really, really think that he is going to have a fantastic week. Cooper Kupp is back. Puka Nacua is ballin'. Tutu Atwell is ballin'. Kyron Williams, ballin'. Matt Stafford, ballin'. $5,600 for a quarterback that's going to get you 25 at least, I think, this week. I love Matt Stafford as my sleeper of the week. Dad, who do you got for QBs?
Yeah, can't argue with you on Matt Stafford. In fact, I had him written down here as well with Cooper Kupp, Puka, Tutu, you mentioned, while Tyler Higbee goes without saying. The other guy here, I like $6,000 in DraftKings. Again, shocked I'm sitting here saying it, but the guy has been balling out. CJ Stroud at Houston going up against Atlanta.
Crazy.
The Falcons D is 27th ranked fantasy points against for passing in the league right now. And CJ Stroud, third overall in yards per attempt at 8 yards per attempt in passing. He's throwing the living shit out of the football.
Hell yeah.
The running game is non-existent, so they throw. So, but CJ Stroud, I like him.
Nice.
Risk at quarterback, going against what he's saying. Kirk Cousins could be a risk, but he could also have a game. They tend to play well at home. And Justin Jefferson, interesting stat, has been 2 touchdowns per game at home or more. So, interesting game today.
Pretty good stat.
It is a good stat.
Want to toss it back with running backs?
Absolutely. This one goes without saying. In fact, he's my play of the week.
Fire play.
Gotta have him in your lineups. David Montgomery, Detroit versus Carolina. Carolina's D is 28th against the run. Jahmyr Gibbs looks like he's banged up, may not play. Amon-Ra St. Brown is out today. David Montgomery's going to be balling $6,600 in DK. I like him. My other running back is DeAndre Swift, going up against Philly against the Rams. Although there's a caution I noted on this. Rams D is pretty darn good against the run, but I think they're going to use Swift in a lot of ways today, and I expect him to play well. My risk at running back, and I have him circled, my sleeper of the week at running back, Breece Hall. The Jets against Denver. Looking up stats today, I had to read it twice actually. Denver's D is the absolute smack dab worst defense in the league. Yes, even worse than the Giants. Yes, even worse than Arizona. Yes, even worse than Houston. They are dead last in the league in every category in defense. I was floored. So
interesting.
Talk about running the shit out of the football today.
Von Miller's back.
Von Miller is back.
Whatever that means.
But
he's back. So
whatever that
may
means.
help the cause. He's not going to hurt the cause.
So I have him circled. Breece Hall, running back.
That's a good one.
At the Jets.
Okay. I got right away. I'm fixing this week. I told him I'm fixing for a guy I've been a fan of for many years. I'm fixing for Mixon. He is circled. He is my fire play this week. I really like Joe Mixon today. I think he has one of those outbreak weeks that he usually does at least once or twice throughout the season. He's going to go off.
Yep.
He's going to go off today. I really like his matchup. Joe Mixon, I'm fixing. He's my fire play. I also like Devin Achane this week. Is it Achane or a chain, or I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
The A-Chain.
It is A-Chain?
Jump on the A-Chain.
Achane or A-Chain?
A-Chain.
A-Chain, okay. Well, however you pronounce his last name, I'm sorry I butchered that. But he is going off. In the last 2 weeks, he has 85 fantasy points. That is remarkable. He only got 8 carries last week, so it's kind of like, oh, man, that's not a lot of usage. However, he's going to go freaking off. They played the Giants today. I don't foresee anything good happening in the Giants category going into Miami and playing the Dolphins. Their defensive coordinator has just got to be beside himself on the Giants. He shouldn't even show up to the game. I mean, if I were him, I would just pack my bags, send it back to the missus, go on a vacation. You're going to lose your job after this week, probably, after the Dolphins put up 50-plus on you, and you cry yourself to sleep, if you even got it.
Wouldn't that be something to see the Dolphins throw up another 50-point-plus game?
That'd be insane.
70-pointer?
My risk at running back is Isaiah Pacheco. Having a healthy last 2 weeks. He is looking good, feeling good. He was hurt to start the year. I like Pacheco versus Minnesota, whose defense is not very well. Speaking of bad defenses, Minnesota is not a good defense. No. So I really like a lot of the Chiefs players this week. Minnesota players as well, because the Chiefs don't have a great D. Just going to be a high-scoring game altogether. Wide receivers, I really like this guy this week. A.J. Brown. He's quietly balling, and not a lot of people are talking about him on a really good Eagles team. I really like A.J. Brown this week. They go against the LA Rams, and the LA Rams have allowed a lot of passing yards, passing touchdowns. Opposing quarterbacks have been scoring a lot on them.
Yeah, they're a pass-funneling D.
They are, because they stop the run well. So teams choose to pass on them. I think it's going to be a great matchup. I'm very excited for that game.
It is.
A.J. Brown is my wide receiver 1. My wide receiver 2s this week, I have 2 of them, and they're on the other team. I love Cooper Kupp, and I love Puka Nacua. I don't think Puka Nacua is going to slow down any bit at all.
No, sir.
And for his first game of the year, he's healthy. They say nothing's wrong. But first game of the year, you're getting your legs under you, and they have Cooper Kupp already $700 more than Puka. I disagree with that. I would go with Puka just because of the price. I think the talent is going to be they're both going to go off. But I'm taking Puka because he's cheaper, and I'm not really sure why.
Yep.
I like Puka.
I do too.
My wrist this week. Haven't mentioned him in a long time. Allen Lazard. The Jets are getting a really good matchup this week. Really good matchup. I was scrolling way down to find that sleeper on my DraftKings lineup, and I said, Roy, Allen Lazard this week. He's like, hey, Triple B, I'm already playing him. Plug him in. I was like, plug him in. So Allen Lazard, I like it. I like Zach Wilson showed me something last week.
I'll tell you what, you really want to get tingly in the balls. There's your risk at quarterback is Zach Wilson against Denver's D and get that stack. Whew, that could be a ginormous reward for you if you play it.
In a world where you choose a Zach Wilson, Allen Lazard stack, and you succeed, well,
then you earn it.
Yeah.
Then you earn your payday.
yeah. So that's my wide receivers. Dad, I know you have Alan Lazard. Who else you got?
I've got Zay Flowers.
Yes.
Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
He convinced me. He's in my lineup as
Yeah,
well.
Pittsburgh gives up 31 plus fantasy
That's
points
crazy.
to wide receivers in the league. 31 plus fantasy points. That's crazy.
And they handle tight ends pretty well.
They do, and
Mark
so
Andrews is gonna
they
have a
could
tough
shut Mark
day.
Andrews down. It's a great matchup for Zay Flowers. Right now, with the way Pitt's D's playing, they've got a corner. I can't remember his name. That's out. So Zay Flowers has a great matchup in that game. And he's kind of slowly becoming the guy there. Rashad Bateman has been out, been injured, and Zay Flowers has picked up the slack. I like Zay Flowers today. I've got also Puka, as you discussed, and it goes without saying, and I have a note in here. He stays in my lineup until he proves otherwise. Puka Nacua, it's a must-play.
You deserve that.
The other guy,
You were on him since
I liked
summer.
him from the beginning. You're darn right. The other guy I like, expensive as all get out because of what I just mentioned under Kirk Cousins. This guy's put up 2 touchdowns a game at home plus, and Justin Jefferson
That's
going
wild.
up against KC. KC is a pass funneling D as well.
Have been for a long time.
They have been, yeah, and they're going to throw. I think Kirk Cousins could see over 40 attempts today against Kansas City. So I like Justin Jefferson a lot. My risk category, I've got Tyler Boyd sitting there as a risk against Arizona. Since Higgins has broken ribs, whether he's going to play. T. Higgins says he's in. Their coach says he's out. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen there? But T. Higgins is saying I'm in. Coach is saying I'm out. Does Jamar Chase have a big day today? Can Burrow get the ball out and throw to him? Is he checking down? It's a good opportunity to look at a guy like Tyler Boyd today, along with Mixon.
Could be the last week that I throw my hat in the Cincinnati ring if they come out and suck.
You and me both, and
Because I've
it's
had
just
enough.
hard to support them when they're playing the way they're playing.
Still
I've
like
had
them.
enough
I'm not
too.
going to hate
It's-
on them when they're down because that would be a poor fan. But I'm getting really frustrated
I
as
am
a Cincy
too.
fan because what the hell is going on?
All right. Tyler Boyd, $4,500, and Justin Jefferson is $9,400, and Puka $7,700, and Zay Flowers is $5,500. So Puka is starting to go up there in cost, and Justin Jefferson's going to stay up there in cost. So
Yeah.
take a pick out of that group, but like them all.
Tight ends, I had the top 2 just because it's a weird tight end year. Basically, there's 3 guys in the league: Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce, and T.J. Hawkinson. That are going to get you more than 10 points. It is. If you drafted those guys, you're sitting really pretty
you
right
are.
now because every week you're biting your lip. Like, how good is this guy going to be?
Right.
If you don't have those 3, because tight ends have been really sucky. I mean, it's been hard to come by this year.
Been a tough year
with that
for
being
tight
said,
ends.
my top 2 are Travis Kelce and T.J. Hawk. My risk is Mark Andrews, but he plays, like I said, that Pittsburgh defense.
Problem is they're all...
Mark Andrews is the cheapest by a couple grand compared to T.J. Hawk and Travis Kelce, but he also has the hardest matchup. So, take your pick. I'm not ever going to pick Travis Kelce because I'm frustrated with his... I'm frustrated
Yeah, you
with
and me.
him right now.
You and me
I
both.
don't. I don't like what's going on. I just don't. I mean,
yeah,
people
it's
will
a
call me a
ploy.
hater, but I'm not a fan of it. He's in all these commercials now. This isn't all shocking. This was all planned. I swear. I'm not going to hate on it. I'm not going to say any more about it. Travis Kelce just will not find his way in my lineup, and my lineup may suffer for it, but I'll be able to cash in on my wideouts and running backs elsewhere. So that's my opinion on it. Done. See ya. History crumpled, tossed it. Okay, tight ends. Who you got? Check out Higbee too.
Yeah, Tyler
Higbee.
Tyler Higbee.
Good matchup.
I like Sam Laporta for all the reasons I just mentioned.
Rookie.
He's a rookie, but
Ballin'.
Detroit's they're hurt. They're beat up. I also just read Jameson Williams is going to be on a limited snap count again. For what reason? He's not even hurt, so I don't know if he's just got his stupid ass back into gambling again. Who knows?
Is it crazy to say that Carolina could beat them with all their injuries?
Yeah, Carolina, boy, and Detroit's favored by 4.5 in that game. But
Does Carolina
wow,
shock the world?
Yeah,
I didn't
does
realize the
Ford,
lines
does
were that hurt.
Montgomery, Laporta, and Goff have a good? I don't know. Josh Rounds is questionable. He has a hammy, So they might be down to, pulling guys up off the friggin' practice squad to run receiving for them.
Well, like you
I
said,
don't know. It's
this
crazy.
just screams to me that they're just, here you go to Montgomery all day.
That's just it. That's why I love Montgomery. He's a must-play today because of that very reason. But I like Sam Laporta.
Here you go, do something.
He's $5,000 in DraftKings.
Not bad.
If you want a good risk tight end, look at Dalton Schultz, Houston against Atlanta. They've been going to him a lot. Or a name we haven't heard in a while, Zach Ertz at Arizona. I have him in my lineup. He is, I believe, $4,200, something like that. I don't have it written down, but he's a cheap play, and he's been playing well. So there you have it.
Big old hairy scary D. I have the Lions, actually. Speaking of the Lions this week, you may ask why the Lions. Well, because they're playing.
Why the Lions?
They're playing Carolina, and I don't trust Carolina's offense, and I think that they have.
Not until they put Dalton Schultz back, or
That's
Andy
right.
Dalton back in.
Yeah, then I would not have the Lions playing. But I mean, there's better defenses this week, but for my lineup, they're just the best that I could pick. I think for cheap options, the Lions and maybe the Steelers are some of the better ones, just as defenses that score a lot, touchdown opportunities. The Lions, though, going against Carolina, I like that matchup for the Lions.
That's a good matchup.
Carolina
It is.
forcing a lot of getting a lot of turnovers on them.
Adam Thielen time again.
Yeah,
but
there's better defenses out there. I had the
throw.
Lions in my lineup.
I like it. I have Miami. My D, $3,600 in DraftKings. Cheap value for good D going up against the Giants. I don't like he said. This could be another 70-point game for Miami. So I like Miami's D. Very good.
Okay.
This game.
So as he mentioned, we had a tailgate party yesterday, which meant that I had a lot of beers and meant that I was a little late on my note taking. So Roy jumps in and says, "Hey, Triple B, I'll help you out." So Roy did the 3 picks this week, and I think he did a fine job. Roy, would you like to present the picks?
Sure.
And who you chose, and I'll tell you who I picked.
Okay. In our triple threat this week, we have Philadelphia taking on the Rams at the Rams. The Rams are down. Philly's getting 4 in this one. So Philly's -4. The Rams are getting 4 points, I should say, +4. The over and under is 50.5, so they expect this to be a shootout, which I expect it to be as well. I have the Rams upsetting Philly at Los Angeles with Matt Stafford and all his weapons.
I think that that's a good play. I think a lot of people are going to pick that. I am choosing Philly, though. I like the Eagles. Eagles are good.
Not surprising.
Taking the Eagles.
All right. The second game on the slate today, Houston at Atlanta. Houston's getting 2 points in this, so Atlanta's -2, which kind of surprises me the way Houston's been playing. The over and under is 41.5. I have Houston going into Atlanta and pulling the upset in Atlanta.
I agree with you on that, and Houston is actually also my upset of the week. You were going to do it, and I kind of was already thinking it, but all week, the minute I think I mentioned it earlier in the week.
You did.
Right away, when I saw that Houston wasn't favored.
Surprised as I was.
I disagree with that. I think Houston's going to go in there and win as well. They're my upset of the week. I like Houston a lot today. Houston.
Yeah.
They're my upset of the week as well. Houston.
Nico Collins, Tank Dell.
Houston.
C.J. Stroud.
Dameon Pierce
Dalton
has a good
Schultz. Dameon Pierce? Really? Okay, interesting. All right, our third and final in the triple threat series this week is Tennessee going into Indianapolis. JT's coming back. Big contract day yesterday.
That's
and I'm
crazy.
guessing he doesn't do a whole lot of anything.
All the hype. Yeah, I agree.
Indy's getting 2.5 in this one. Tennessee's coming in favored at -2.5. That's another shocker for me, honestly, with the way Anthony Richardson, the Florida prison inmate, has been playing. They're 43.5 is the over and under in that, and I'm taking Indy to pull the upset over Tennessee at home.
I have Indy as well. So I have Philly, Houston, Indy. You have L.A.
I have L.A., Houston, and Indy as well.
And who's your upset? 'Cause mine's Houston.
My big upset of the week, and I like this because I think this is going to be a shootout as well. I have Kansas City going into Minnesota.
Boy.
Minnesota's getting 3.5 in this one. Kansas City is The favorite at -3.5. The over and under is 53, which means they expect a damn big shootout as well.
This.
And I have Minnesota, Kirk Cousins, and Justin Jefferson upsetting the anointed Kansas City Chiefs. Skol.
Oh, man.
Skol.
Oh, my pals in Mankato will like that pick. Yeah, Minnesota. Okay, well, that wraps up our show. I think we have awesome picks. We'll get this out right away. I hope you have a fantastic NFL Sunday. Finally fall today.
Packers play Monday night, so no
Finally
Packer
fall.
game today.
Yep.
So it's finally fall, but
We will be coming at you.
have a beer, spread lots of cheer.
Play some Zach Bryan today. Too.
Zach
Yeah.
Bryan.
Grab a cocktail,
He's
sit
awesome.
outside. Fall weather finally here. Feels like fall. Feel good show today. Hey, grab a beer, spread some cheer, and have yourself a fantastic day. We love
A
you.
little inside humor going on here. We
See
love
ya.
you.